Welcome to Plumley, the Cheshire Plain at its best. We're between Knutsford and Northwich, and there are just lots of paths and open fields to explore. Morning folks, and welcome back, and welcome to Plumley. Beautiful spot. I've parked on Trout Hull Road. I drove around for a bit looking for somewhere I could pull up safely without blocking anywhere and not on private land. We will swing past the Golden Pheasant, so if you want to start there and finish there, have a drink, that might be a good idea. Where else? There's the train station, so you could arrive by train. The car park there said just for rail users though, just to be aware. I'm always very cautious of parking on private land. Anyway, today's run, I don't know, it's perhaps 4 or 5 miles, not too far. It's a beautiful blue sky day at the end of January, cold and frosty. So I don't think I've ever run in Plumley before. I hope you'll come along and join me and we'll explore it together. Come on, let's go. Okay, we're heading this way. Plumley sounds like the sort of place well-to-do people might like to live. And looking at the houses, yeah, it's very nice around here. The name actually comes from the Old English, meaning plum tree clearing, I believe. Today's route ended up being slightly further than initially anticipated because we come back via the turn on the right ahead, and it was shut, and I completely missed that as I ran out. Ahead we take our left across the fields. For those of you who'd like to come and pay a visit in person, you'll find a map and a GPX file of the route up on my website. Details in the description. And so we've reached Plumley Moor Road. It's only a short distance on the road, but do be careful because there's no footpath. It's worth it though, because to our left a little bit further down the road is the Golden Pheasant pub. If you're hungry and thirsty, this looks like a good spot. I don't know if you remember the Georgian Dragon at Great Budworth that we ran past on a previous adventure. The Golden Pheasant is run by the same people. If you're arriving by train, Plumley train station is just up ahead. On the right, it's on the mid-Cheshire line. The line runs between Chester and Manchester Piccadilly. And as you'll see a little further on into the route, there is some industrial history to that too. we just go straight on here, past the village hall, down to a little roundabout by the village store and turn left, back onto Trout Hall Lane where we started. A little bit further down on a bend, we just go straight on though, down the dip, down to the river, the Peover Eye, which is just a small river that feeds into Wincham Brook and then on to the River Weaver. Okay, you've got a choice here. You can go left, and that takes you down to Cheadle Lane, which we'll get to in the end. But we're going to go this way and head through the nature reserve. I think it would be better to describe it as going around Plumley Lime Beds Nature Reserve. They haven't really put out the welcome map, to be honest. If you look at the Ordnance Survey map, you can see it says Nature Reserve, and there are sort of paths, but you can never be quite sure whether these are public paths or not. And then when we got there, no, there's big signs up everywhere saying private, keep out. We're on the Holford estate now, and there's quite a lot to talk about. As we approached the nature reserve, it became quite apparent that this was old industrial ground. So this was all new to me. I knew nothing about it, which is one of the nice things about doing Run Adventurer. You learn new things yourself. Yeah, so it's quite clearly industrial land here. And it turns out that they discovered brine here on the estate. And there was a soda ash plant dating back to 1908. But then World War I came along, and Brunner Mond had taken over the site by that point. And then along came the ministry and said, can we possibly make some explosives, please? And here they built a calcium nitrate plant. The idea being that if you make calcium nitrate and then mix it with ammonia, which is readily available, it gives you ammonium nitrate, to make your explosives with. And the numbers are pretty startling, actually, how much they actually produced here. Stop, look, listen, and they ain't kidding, this is a busy line. All clear that way. All clear that way. I think we're good. So I'm guessing from here, the calcium nitrate was loaded onto trains and then off on its way to help with the war effort. So during the war, a total of just over 200,000 tonnes of ammonium nitrate was made. And about 90% of it was made by Brunner Mond. And the calcium nitrate process used to create it was made up about 60% of the total ammonium nitrate that was produced. And the Plumley works produced about 43% of the calcium nitrate used, which means that about a quarter of all the ammonium nitrate used for high explosives during World War One by the British was made right here. And all you can see now is fields and open ground. Do you remember the turn I pointed out before the nature reserve? You'd have come out here, so we're going to take a right here and just follow it through to the lane and then take a left. We're on the return leg now. As soon as I turn onto the lane, there's a roadhead closed sign. I press on quite often with these things. Although it's closed to cars, pedestrians can still get through. But as I travel along, I'm looking for alternative options too. Well, if we're stuck, there's a footpath that way. I'm sorry I didn't have time to get my phone out to take a close-up video for you, but look up there on the post. There's a buzzard just quietly sitting there. Well, that answers that. That's why you can't get through there. So the road we came in on, just there. So when you come, it may well be open. But for me, I'm going to have to take that path down to there, to get round to there, to get back to here. I'm 3.8 miles in, so if you could go this way, it would be 4 miles. I'm guessing it's now going to be 4.5-ish, maybe a little bit more for me. It's a bit of a narrow lane, so proceed with caution. Okay, this is our turn, Trouthall Lane. If you're heading for the pub, you could go straight on to the end there and take a left, which takes you there on the road. I'm 4.5 miles in. That's what it looks like from the other side. That's one way of adding what, an extra mile onto your route. Okay, all done. That was fun. Just a really peaceful spot. Lots of open countryside. Quiet. Worth a visit. Right, what's next? Gym. Strength training today. Chest and arms. Followed by jacuzzi and steam room. See you next time, folks.